The reaction of everybody on the pitch at the end just said how they felt. I mean, it must be obviously you've lost other matches before in your career, but to lose a game in the last minute must be just about the worst feeling for a footballer.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a very tough game today from the start, and we felt that we got back on it last week, and to lose like that, you could argue whether we deserved it or not, but that's football. So it was a horrible way to finish what was a very tough day. But we've got a mini league left, so we've got to crack on. And we've just got to put it behind us as soon as possible.
We made the point during the commentary that they were quite a big physical side, several six-footers, and Ryan Cresswell probably the biggest of all of them, and he was the guy who got on the end of the corner.
Yeah, he was. To be fair, he was very good all game. He did stand out. He was winning a lot of headers, and he was all over the place. So it was tough to play against such a physical side. One of the bigger sides we've played against, but that's what we're going to come up against at some stages, and we've got to learn how to deal with that. And unfortunately, we had done it for 92 minutes today, but just that last bit at the end, and we stumbled really.
It looked as if your penalty save was going to be the key moment in the game, because for large parts of the game, nothing much was happening in either box, and obviously the penalty save was a key point in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lottery, penalties really. You've got to pick a side. You've got to psych him out as best as you can and go as big as possible, and unfortunately he didn't hit the greatest of penalties and enabled me to stop it. So thankful that I saved it, but we've got to look at why they had a few chances, and we've just got to shut them out, because very important part of the season now. We've got the players to do it, and we know that, and we've got the confidence, but we've just got to put it all together.
Do you do much homework on penalty takers or not?
We do a bit. We know. Well, last couple of games we've known where penalty takers have gone, or players that are likely to take the penalties, and so you've got an idea in your mind. But when it comes to it, a lot's down to just instinct. What you think they're going to do. The run up. There's all sorts of things that you could look at, and some keepers look at the run up. Some keepers, go on all sorts. So to save one, I'm very very pleased, but it didn't help really in hindsight.
Mark made the point when he came up afterwards that he can't criticise effort or endeavour, or indeed much of the way that the lads played today. So it's a question, I suppose, of just, as he says, dusting yourselves down. You've got 4 to play. You've got 2 at home and 2 away,
yeah.
And trying to close the door on Crewe in particular, who seem to be the side who are coming with this late run.
Yeah, definitely. We've got 2 games now. We've got obviously Accrington at home, and then we've got to go to Crewe. So the next 2 games we've got to put it behind us. Crewe's going to be a big one, but we know we've got the players to do it. We know, and we have that confidence. We just have to put it together. I think going into a tough game like this, if you're lacking effort, then you've got a problem. Sometimes technically and things, with the weather and whatever, things are difficult. But if you don't have the effort, then things go wrong. But we do have the effort, and we always have had that. That's the main thing. If you don't have the effort, you're not going to win anything. So we know we've got that in abundance. We know we've got the quality as well. But it was just a tough game today, and it's just one of those we just got to put behind us. We have to put it behind us now.
I can't remember, I said to Mark, I can't remember a game this season where Cheltenham have conceded a goal as late as that, effectively has taken some sort of reward away from you.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this game was going to be hard. After Friday, we would have taken a point here. From the run that we've been on, to take 4 points out of these 2 games would have been massive. And it was a very tough game. We thought we had done it, but for it to come so late, was heart-wrenching really, and it hurts. It's going to be hard driving back home. But that's football. We just got to push on.
Does that hurt come into play again when you turn up on the ground on Saturday at 1:30, and indeed in between while, to remember the hurt, to push you on against Stanley?
Yeah, I think you've got to remember how much it hurts to lose, and how I remember how good it feels to win as well. There was obviously we spoke Friday, and the relief, and the pressure that we felt was lifted is massive, and again today it's completely opposite ends of the scale, but they're both just as important to experience, because things don't always go well, and we know that. We've had plenty of cases of that this season, but we've got to just remember what it feels like to lose, because it hurts, and we can't let that happen again, because it's going to be big now, these 4 games.
Thank you, Jack.
No worries.
Thanks a lot.
Jack, up to the 93rd minute, the defensive solidity that was there Friday, it was there again, wasn't it, today? And it's been, it looks like you've got back together as a unit and look like you're capable of keeping clean sheets.
Yeah, I mean, the personnel hasn't changed, and we felt all along that we've had a very, very stable unit, and sometimes things don't go well, sometimes errors creep in, but we feel strong as a defensive unit, which at the end of the day is the whole team, not just the back 4, back 5, but you've got to have that confidence in each other, and we've got that. But today just wasn't our day. It was a tough day, and unfortunately we couldn't hold out at the end.
Yeah, have you learnt anything from Joe Hart about, mentioned psyching out strikers and penalties? Is there anything particularly you can do to win that, just that little mental battle just before they take it? Is there anything that you try, or did you?
I put my tongue out and put my hands in the air. That's what I do. No, it worked for me. Worked for me today, and it's worked a few times before. I mean, at the end of the day, the striker should be confident where he's going to put the penalty in. If you can do that little bit to put him off and disrupt his stride, his strike of the ball, then great. But no, I'm just chuffed to have saved the penalty. But individually it was good for me. But overall we've not won today, and that hurts more.
Yeah. It's quite rare to hold them as well, isn't it? When it was a well-struck penalty, it must be nice to actually hold it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to back yourself you've got to have confidence with the penalty, and that's what goalkeepers do. It's what they try and catch it. But if it's there to catch, then brilliant. If it's not, then parry it away. But a bit of luck. But that's what we need.
Yeah, and just, you mentioned you looked at other penalty takers, whether goes up. Steve Book quite thorough with that sort of thing, is he?
Yeah, we do. We before a game, they always Bookie or Brownie always informs me of teams that they've played against before, where players have gone, and which helps, because I haven't got a great knowledge of League 2 coming obviously into Cheltenham, but Brownie and Bookie have done, and they've helped with that. It's a collective effort really to get behind, and to scout opposition teams and to find out what they're about. Like we knew today it was going to be a tough game, but it's just you get some luck and you don't.
Yeah, just finally, Jack, the manager came out and said that he's confident you can hold the nerve, and do you think that's what it's all about now over the last 4 games? Just
yeah, definitely. I mean, we know we're capable of doing it. We've been at the top the whole season, so we've got no doubt in our ability that we can stay there. It's as simple as that. We've just got to go out, we've got to be brave, we've got to be solid at the back, we've got to create chances, which we have done, and one day they're going to fall and they're going to come regularly, so we've just got to keep at it, keep working hard for the fans, and it'll come.
Yeah.